Hello everyone, I'm Virginia. Welcome to my channel. If you've been here before, then welcome back. Thank you so much for watching. Today we're going to be talking about 5 things to do before you move to LA. So first up on the list is that you should plan ahead. You need to ask yourself a few questions before you start to move. Your first question should be, when do you plan on moving and how do you want to do that? Do you plan on moving with someone or by yourself? Next up on the list would be to save money. Now, that's probably one of the most commonly talked about things that you should do before you move to LA. And guess what? They're right. You do need to set aside as much money as you can before you actually make the trek. It doesn't matter whether you work part-time or full-time, just try and get as much of a savings as you can before you head out. You should also save enough money for a car because you will need one. Now, I'm just going to break down the numbers for you really quickly. I've heard some numbers out there that may seem arbitrary, but they're actually not when you really think about it. So, how much is rent in LA? It's a wide range, but if you're living with roommates and you're living somewhere that is a little bit less expensive, the lower to mid-range end could be about $700 to $900. So, how does that break down? Many people think of jobs as paying $15 an hour. Currently though, the minimum wage in Los Angeles in 2019 is $11 to $12, depending on how many employees the company that you work for has. So if you do the math of an 8-hour day, 5 days a week at $12 an hour, you'll be making around $1,900 a month. So about half of your salary is taken by your rent. And the other expenses that you need, like food or transportation, will take the other part of that. That's why it's so important to have a good savings before you come to LA. So $10,000 is either 5 months of work on a $12 an hour salary or about 10 months of your rent, not including other expenses. So this amount of money is recommended for a few reasons. It gives you time to find a job. It also gives you time to meet some people and find potential roommates. And it also gives you time to learn the city, learn how it works, and find places to live that are a little bit more convenient for you, cheaper, or just better. Whoa, the honey definitely sunk to the bottom. So my third suggestion is actually something that my friend did before she moved out to LA. She set the goal to meet at least one person before she actually moved to LA, so she knew somebody when she got here. So you should try to talk to someone who lives in the area. If you have a friend who you went to school with or knew from before who actually lives in the LA area, then go ahead and reach out to them. Another option is to check out some networking groups. There are many on Facebook, but just make sure that you're talking to someone who seems safe. If you've reached out to some people beforehand, then you'll have a few people who you can go to ask questions and get advice from. So fourth up on the list is to actually figure out what area of Los Angeles you think you'd want to live in. So Los Angeles is actually made up of many different cities in the area. For example, Los Angeles Airport, which is LAX, is not actually in Los Angeles, it's in Santa Monica. So if you're not sure where you want to live, just do some research ahead of time to figure out where you might want to go. If you're from a smaller town, then you're probably going to want to aim for an area that's a little bit more suburban, so you don't get overwhelmed. Burbank and Glendale are great options. Also, there are a few other places you could try, like NoHo, which is North Hollywood, or West Hollywood, Sherman Oaks area. If you're from a big city and you really like the hustle and bustle, then downtown LA might not be a bad option. If you're interested in finding out about the different areas in Los Angeles, then go ahead and leave a comment and I might make a video about it. My biggest recommendation before moving to Los Angeles would be that you have work experience in the field that you want to work in before you move out here. If you want to act, then go ahead and find some indie films where you are. Or if you want to be a director, then start making some films. You don't want to hit the ground in LA with no experience on your resume. Also, if you can work on something that'll give you IMDb credit, that's even better. It's definitely better to come out to LA if you already have some sort of resume skill. So that's a wrap. If you found this video helpful, then please give it a like or thumbs up. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.